Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome and good morning. Today is March 2nd, 2024, and we are once again facing an País expert puzzle. And why not just get started right away? Where is the first number coming from? Ah, I see, a 7. We got a couple of 7s blocking this way, and this 7 blocks down. So here's a 7. It's always nice to find the first number, isn't it? Threes are somewhat restricted. 3 blocks down, one of these is a 3. We also have a 3 here or here. We also have 3s across here. So one of these must be a 3. But that's about all we know about the 3s. But we have another 7. 7 here and here, block down and up. 7 blocks across and across. So here's a 7. And now we don't have any more 7s at the moment. We will have a 6 here or here, though, because of these 2 6s. We have a 3 and an 8 here. So a 3 and an 8 must go in these 2 positions in some order. Therefore, these must be a 2 and a 5. And since a 5 therefore can't go here, and we have this 5 blocking up and this 5 blocking across, this position has got to be a 5. And I think that gives us a 2 for this position. Let me explain. If these are 2 and 5, let's just focus on the 2 for now. It follows that these 2 squares can't be 2s. We have a 2 blocking up here and we have a 2 blocking up here. So neither of these 2 squares can be a 2, and we have a 2 blocking here. So here's where the 2 goes. And finding that 2 opens up a square for a 7, and that is this square here, because these 2 7s block up, and this 7 blocks over. This now can't be a 7, so the 7 must go here. And the final 7 now must go in this square here, obviously. I think we can find another 2. Remembering that these 2 squares can be 2s, that means that this can't be a 2. We have a 2 blocking here. So one of these must be a 2 blocking down. The ghost 2 up here blocks down, and these 2s block across. So we found ourselves a 2 here. 6 and 8 now in 2 of these 3 squares. We can't place them yet, but I think we are getting closer. The 9s are also restricted in column 3 to these 2 positions. And we will have an 8 either here or here in row 5, because this 8 blocks here and this 8 blocks here. Now I'm interested in column 7. We need to find a 1, 4, 6, 8, 9. There's a 1, 6, 8 here. So this is a 4, 9. We also have 4, 9, so they can't go here. So 4s and 9s, even though we only have one single 4 and only a couple of 9s, are pretty restricted already. Funnily enough, we also have a restriction here of a 4 and a 9. And since the 3 must go here or here, and an 8 blocks here, this is a 4 or a 9. Isn't that interesting? We have a 4 and a 9 possibility here, and we have a 4 and a 9 possibility here. And that means that these two squares must be a 3 and an 8. That in turn means that these must be a 2 and a 4. The 4 blocks over, so here's a 2 and here's a 4. I think we should be able to place another 2 now. We have a 2 here and here blocking here, and we know one of these is a 2 blocking down, so yes, here's a 2. Now we need to find an 8 for the 5th row. The 8 clearly blocks here, and this 8 clearly blocks here, so this must be an 8. I think we also know, because of these two 9s, that this must be a 9. And now the only square left here has got to be a 3. And that takes care of the 3, 8 we had going on here, doesn't it? The 3 now forces an 8 to go here and a 3 here. This is turning out to be quite an interesting puzzle. What are these? One of them certainly must be a 1 and the other must be a 6. And these 3, 8. And since the 8 blocks over here, we know this is a 3 and this is the 8. So 1, 6 here, and therefore a 4 and a 3 here. But we have an 8 blocking here and an 8 blocking here now, so this must be an 8. So 1, 4 and a 9 here. This 9 blocks here, this 9 blocks here. So we got to have a 9 here and a 1 and a 4 for these two squares. So where does the next number now come from? Oh, I see, an 8 goes here. We've got a couple of 8s blocking up, and we have an 8 blocking over. Here's an 8. And that gives us an 8 for this position, and therefore for this. Now 1, 6 and a 9 for these squares. Let's see. 9 blocks down. Hang on, maybe we have something here. 9 blocks down, as I said, one of these is a 9 blocking across. Therefore, we have a 9 here. And that should be helpful, because now we know that these must be a 4 and a 6. And that gives us a 6 here or here. This 4 blocks across. One of these must be a 4. We know that these are 4 and 9. Therefore, this must be the 9, and this must be the 4. One of these had to be a 3, remember, the 3 blocking down. Now we have this 3 blocking across, so we know that the 3 goes here. And a 1 and a 4 for these two squares. 4 blocks down, here's a 1, here's a 4, and here's the 1. We know that one of these is a 1. It blocks across here. We know that this one blocks up and this blocks down. So here's a 1. A 5 and a 6 here. They must wait. A 6, I know, goes in one of these squares. The other one must be a 9. And here we are going to have a 5 and a 1. 5 and 1. So that means that a 5 will have to go in one of these two squares. What else is missing from the row? Beside the 5, a 4 and a 9 again. So we got a 4 and a 9 here, as in why not? 4 and 9 seems to be a common theme for this puzzle. But I want to look at the 3s because we have a restriction. A 3 must go here or here, and a 3 must go here or here. So where now can we place a 3 in column 4? It can't go here, it can't go here, it can't go here. So it must go here. Now 4, 5, 6 for these squares here. All we can say is that a 4 must go here or here. And, well, a 6 here or here. The 5, we don't really know much about. A 9 for the second row must go either here or here. But we can't be sure of this 9 because we can also have a 9 here. So we'll have to look elsewhere for something good. A 2, I'm seeing it now. 2 blocks up and a 2 blocks up. So here's a 2. That gives us a 2 here. And we know that this therefore must be a 5. And I think that cracks the puzzle because now we have a 5 here. We know, of course, that one of these is a 5. But up here, we can place a 1 now. Therefore, we have a 1 here. These are now 4 and 9. The 4 blocks over, 9 goes here, and the 4 here. This 4 blocks across, this 4 blocks here. So 4 has got to go in this cell. Let's do the corner now. It must be a 6. And this must be a 9. Now we have a 9 here and a 5 here. Here we must have a 6 and therefore 5 here. 5 in this square. And we know that these two must be a 6 and a 4. Therefore, this must be a 3. That gives us a 3 here and a 4 here. Therefore, a 4 here and a 6 here. 1, 4, and 6 still to place. Let's start with this square. It must be a 6 and a 4 blocks here and here and here. Therefore, we have a 4 here. A 1 must go here and a 6 here and here. That's it. I think that was a very good puzzle by LPs today, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.